Welcome back to Dadisfactory, episode 5. We just got the space elevator built. So, what we are going to do in this episode is tear out all of our little on the ground factories, put in some actual foundations and walls, and start preparing a legitimate factory building with much more organized belts and everything. So, on that note, let's get started. Yeah, we decided. Yeah, that's right. Me and you, buddy. You think so? We decided that we were going to start with the copper factory because I think it's what I can afford to stop production on right now. I kind of need the other things to continue working, especially the cement, since we're going to be using a lot of that for foundations. Let's just finish taking out. There we go. I don't think I finished that last sentence, did I? Finish taking out the copper is what I meant. So here this is. Let's go ahead and put foundations on my hotbar there. Whoops. There we go. And something I learned on TikTok is that we can hold shift to snap the foundations to the world grid. Now, do I want to be above or right in it? Let's go a little bit above it, like that. Yeah, that one was exciting, wasn't it? I think we can put those four down above it like that and then still get the actual miner on top. Yes, we can. Good, good, good. And we've got all of our iron over that way. There's a bit of a ledge here, so I'm thinking we're going to do our copper factory expanding out this direction. So let's have our miner point straight, straight towards east. Perfect. Now from this miner, we are getting 60 per minute output. We need to be making a few different items off of this. So let's just look real quick. We need to be making copper sheets, copper wire, and cable. Copper sheets need 20 ingots per minute. Wire needs 15 per minute. And cable needs 60 wire per minute. This is a little tool I like to use, satisfactorytools.com, that helps us calculate exactly what we need to make the desired outputs. So the output that I want for wire, cable, and copper sheets is just one constructor's output at the moment. So we have one constructor making 10 copper sheets per minute, 30 cables per minute, and 30 wire per minute, which means we need 3 constructors for wire in order to make the cable and the wire. Which brings us to needing a total of 65 ore per minute when we are only getting 60. So we are not going to be running at 100% capacity right off the bat here. But that's okay, we will get there. Where we are going to set up 3 smelters, 3 wire constructors, 1 cable constructor, and 1 copper sheet constructor. I wanted to be sure I had enough reinforced iron plates, so I went ahead and made those real quick. We are going to expand our factory foundation. Away from our miner. We'll have to put in some stairs over here, it's looking like. But But the first thing we need is to split this off into 3 smelters. Let's go ahead and grab one of our splitters. Hold control to get it right in front of it. And this splitter is going to give us equal distribution of our 60 ores per minute. It is not lined up into our 3 different smelters. There we go. That's a little closer than I think I wanted it, but why is it still not lined up? I think it's not lining up because the miner, the ore deposit, is not perfectly centered on the world grid there. So let's just take a couple steps forward with our splitter. Since it's insisting it needs to be on the world grid, which makes sense. That's kind of why we aligned things to the world grid to begin with. We needed to give it a little more space so it kind of sidesteps there. There we go. So we have our miner going into our splitter, which is going to then go into the 3 smelters that we need. Alright, we need some more foundation put in place. Perfect. That smelter, nice and centered. We'll step forward a little bit. I want to actually see some of these conveyor belts. Go right between, or right next to it there, and right next to it here. Which then does mean I need more foundation here. There we go. And then we just take our conveyor belts and attach them right in, and that's going to give an even 20-20-20 per minute fed into these smelters to make the copper ingots. That has them all running at 66% efficiency, but it'll be keeping it even at least. Now from there, we are going to want to go into the constructors. And remember, each one of these are going to actually be outputting 20 per minute instead of 30. And they can go straight into our constructors here. Let's put some space between them. Let's find a center. We needed 5 constructors total, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and put 2 more rows of foundation here. Should be picking up all of those because I need them for power. Now over here we need 3 that are making wire. 2 and 3. I'm going to put the copper sheets on the end here because I don't need them at the moment. It's the other stuff that I actually need. Oh, we didn't want the cable one here. I already screwed up. Let's take all of this back out because I don't need them centered like I had them centered. I do need 5 constructors, but I have to make wire first that goes into the cable constructor. And let's go ahead and just combine these all into the 60 ore per minute that I'm going to be getting from them. Or not ore, ingots. There we go. And it's going to come out there. And then we are going to split it into 3 wire producers and the copper sheet producer. We want to get those centered. So let's go ahead and put down one of the splitters already. We're going to have everything going that way. We'll get it right in line, centered. No, the machines, there's 4 of them, so we're not going to have one directly on center. We're going to need one with its hitbox directly centered. Like that, I think. Yes, just like that. Which gives us our 3 wire producers. And our copper sheet producer. Which are all going to have to be run into splitters. And again, I put the copper sheet splitter all the way down at the end there. Or machine, all the way down at the end there because... What are you sticking in my belly button? Because we're actually producing 60 per minute when we need 65 per minute, so I want the shortfall to be on the copper sheet production. Since we don't need the copper sheets at the moment, we still need wire and cable a lot more. Alright, so there's that one. And we're going to have it coming in from this other direction. There we go. And there we go. Connect everything with conveyor belts. I'm not going to worry about building walls and making this all look too fancy yet, because I'm sure we're going to tear this all out again and start it over as we get further into the game. But this is just going to make it a lot easier to keep organized and keep track of what we are producing where currently. And then 2 of those machines were needed into another constructor in order to make our wire. We'll put another merger right here. And put this 30 per minute wire and this 30 per minute wire straight into the wire machine. which is going to make us, or the cable machine, which is going to make us 30 cable per minute. Now on the other end here, this is going to be our little storage area for the moment. Let's attach there, 2, 3. Pick up the stuff we're clipping into, and the stuff that's just close. And let's go ahead and put down our storage containers. 1, 2, 3. So now we're going to have a storage container of cable, a storage container of wire, and a storage container of copper sheets. We do still already have there, but I'll just put those in my inventory. Now we need to get everything wired up. Oh, we'll just throw some poles down to make it easy. Now that one's full. Wow, really? That's a lot of noise, buddy. You yelling at people outside the window? He does funny things. And we'll attach those there, and that one there. And that leaves one spot open to attach to our main power grid. There we go. Now everything is running. That's going to spit out those. I'll go ahead and just fill it up with what I had, because I really don't need all that copper in my inventory. Now it's spitting it out to the 3 different areas, and that's going to get those machines running. And actually, you know what? I'm going to hold on to that copper. Just because. Let's just let the machine run at its 60 per minute. And make sure this is all working. Uh-oh. I already messed up. I forgot to connect that there. There we go. All the bars are going where they need to go. We've got copper wire being made, turned into cable. We've got cable coming in. We've got copper wire coming in. And now we're about to see those copper sheets coming in. All right. So that is going to be it for our Copper Factory episode. Recording's probably getting a little long at this point. We'll probably split each of these factories up into their own episodes in the end here. So there we have it. Our 60 copper ore per minute is turning into 30 cable, 30 wire, and somewhere around 7 copper sheets per minute. And you're just over there talking away. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody? We have finished episode 5. Yeah? All right. So this is Dadisfactory signing off for the day.